Alright guys, I want to talk to you for a little bit about the next two things I'd like to get done to my Glock 19. As you know, this gun's kind of a work in progress, and there's some things I've already done to it, and some really significant upgrades that were needed. I've always said you don't have to do stuff to a Glock, like leave the slide stop alone. This is a slide stop, not a slide release. And your opinions may vary, you know, if that's something you need. I have always been a fan of racking the gun overhand like this, and you get more power in racking if you do it like this. I don't need a slide, extended slide stop lever there. Anyway, the few upgrades I've done to this, I believe, are upgrades that can be important, but not over the top and not changing the inner mechanisms of the Glock, like the Talon grip and the excess big dot night sights, which you can see right there. Which no way are they going to glow under the light I have up above. Guys, I also want to tell you about this. This is the Aegis Armory. I believe this is called the Guardian. Yeah, the in the waistband style I carry is called the Shield. And the reason you see this on here a lot, I don't use this a whole lot in public. The reason you see this on here a lot is because I'll keep this on here around the house. When I go to bed, I'll throw this on here. It's because it covers the trigger guard, but yet it doesn't add all the bulk that leaving in the holster is. So I can have this gun right beside me on the bed, and I don't have a holster that comes out to here with clips on each side. I just have the gun. Also, what's nice about having this Guardian on here is you can do this. You can, after you release your mag, which just allows you to release the mag because it doesn't cover the mag release. After you do that, then you can clear the weapon. Okay, here's the round that just came out of the chamber. So I'm able to clear the weapon, and then when you want to reload the gun, you're able to put your magazine in and chamber around without having the trigger guard ever uncovered. Some people like that as more of a safety type thing. Okay, so if that's your thing, and you're really you're newer to guns and you're nervous about certain things, number one, always keep your finger on that trigger guard. Guys, I'm branching down in different areas I shouldn't be going in, okay? This isn't a gun safety video. I'm sorry for that. Okay, let me get this off here once again. Okay, I'll clear the gun. This Glock 19 has been just run fabulous. I haven't put hundreds or thousands through it, but it runs great for me. Okay, so I did some stippling here. Right there, and I did some stippling here. My reasoning for that stippling is no matter what handed you are, left or right, it gives my thumb an index point, a point of reference to come up to when I shoot this gun. The stippling on the other side gives me a place to rest my finger, gives that an index point, okay? So left or right-handed, you could grab this gun and shoot it the same as me. Excess big dot night sights, okay? On a combat gun, I think it's good to have night sights. Not 100% necessary at all, but it does give you a slight advantage. Most bad things happen in the dark, so it does give you a slight advantage there. I did put some tape up here and stuff, which is not a big deal. Okay, but anyway, on to the part of this video that I wanted to talk about. There's two things I'd really like to get done to this gun. And number one would be having the trigger guard undercut. I don't want this paper thin right here, but I want this material removed slightly. Some of this material removed upward. Every time I grip this gun, I can't help but get a feeling that if this finger were just a little bit higher, I would have a little bit better grip here. The gun would sit a little bit lower in my hand, and I feel I'd have more control. Every time I pick this gun up, I just feel like there's too much, I'm too low here. Okay, because if my fingers here were to come up some, even with the finger grooves, this finger doesn't fit in right. So if some are relieved here, it would line up my fingers with these grooves more properly, and I feel like the gun would sit lower all around in my hand, and I'd have more control. Okay, I'm trying to get this gun fitted to the best way possible for me. Okay, it's a combat handgun, it's a carry gun, it's practice gun at the range. anything you can name, home defense gun, anything you can name, this gun pretty much covers it for me. This Glock 19 Gen 4. I have the biggest back strap on there, which works for me, and you know, maybe not everyone. Most of the people don't need this. Okay, but here's my deal. The second thing I'd like to do with the gun is have a Robar is called the company. I'd like to have somebody that can stipple the entire frame like Robar does with their heavy stippling job they do. You can look it up online, Robar heavy stippling. They have 3 different grades of stippling. I want the heaviest. So basically I want to take this Talon grip off, and I want the whole frame of this gun stippled. Robar does it. They do the entire thing, even the trigger guard, even on the inside. Doesn't need it in here, but they just do it to make it look uniform. If there's anybody watching this video that has a business that does this work, or you're a gunsmith that does this work, and you want your work to be seen, I will send you my Glock, and you can do the undercut of the trigger guard here for me. Raise this up, cut material out from right here, so I can get my hand higher in there. Stipple the entire frame with a more heavier stippling. I will do a video and get your work out there, get your name out there, and give your contact info for you for doing the work for me. I feel that would be more of a benefit to you than actually receiving money from me to do the work. And if you're somebody that does a good job and takes pride in what you do, and you do this for me, and you're really going to get your name out there and probably get a ton of business. Okay, that's just something I'm throwing out there, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'd like to have this entire thing stippled. I imagine something could be done here. I need this even a little bit more aggressive. Only thing I stippled on here was these 2 spots. You know, I don't think that's going to be a problem for someone. But I want this Talon grip off, and I want the entire thing stippled. And trigger guard undercut. That's the 2 things I'd like to have done. So if you want to do that and get your name out there, let me know. If you want to do that and you would rather just charge a fee, let me know how much you want for that job. You know, maybe we could trade for something. I don't know, barter. But I want somebody that's pretty much does it for a business or as a gunsmith. I don't want somebody. If you do this on the side, I want to see pictures of your work before I send you the gun. Let's put it that way. You know, if you're somebody that doesn't do gun work for a living and you do stippling and undercutting the trigger guard and you're really good at it, if you send me pictures of the work you do and the pictures look good to me, I will let you do it. Okay, we can work something out. Just hit me up in the private message box or under the video. But that's what I want to get done. Undercut of the trigger guard. I can get that finger up in there, get the gun lower in my hand, stipple the entire frame with a more heavy stippling than what most people do. Kind of like the Robar stippling. And then this gun will be pretty much done for what I need for it. Alright guys, just wanted to let you know that. I am still rocking the gold dots. Still rocking the gold dots. Got a mag of Hornady critical duties right here. This is another good round. Backup mag right there. Alright guys, until next time, this is H4T, and I am out.